Okay, so now we're gonna have a speech by the graduation person.
Right. Hello everyone, thank you for coming to my graduation party. It's been a great honor that I could host so many wonderful people and have so many people that cared about me come here. I'm actually really ecstatic just from the great speeches my parents gave and what Miss Beverly gave and what so many people have done good upon me. So, I don't think I can replicate the quality of any of these speeches, but I do hope to share two things that I've learned. One sort of for myself and one that my parents have really imparted on me as per my growth. So first, I think it's kind of different when we immigrant children grow up in America because we come in totally different and we're raised that we have to be independent because there's no one else that really goes through the process with us. We're new, and my parents had to struggle because they came here new, but I also had to have that independent struggle because I was new. And I think one key thing that I learned from that most people that don't go through the same struggle don't learn, is that everything and anything in the world is a skill that you can learn. And now there are obvious applications, if you do math, that's a skill, and if you do more math, then you get improved, and your skills improve. But that works for many other things. So I used to play a lot of chess, a lot of chess, and so yeah, big nerd back in the days, right? but but every time I played chess, my skills in chess would improve, and I'd be better. But I found that playing chess happened to strengthen my ability to logically think about stuff. And so, what I didn't really realize was that chess helped me actually strategically think my way out of things in debates or other sorts of presentations that I would give. And this applied in many more ways. Now my parents often yell at me for talking to people, chatting around, playing Hearthstone or other sorts of games, going to social events, pretty much anything that isn't studying, although they're lenient, but to a degree. But I found out that many of these things, even just talking to people, when we talk to people, we actively share our values and we communicate with them, and we find out how to communicate and how they can best understand us, and that's really important in interviews and really important in other things that I found that are very important in today's world. So I think to everyone, at least to the parents in this room, don't underestimate what your kids are doing, and don't think that your kids are just wasting their time when they're not studying, because oftentimes we have to not study in order to be the best that we can. It's the people that spend a good time studying and doing other things that oftentimes are the most successful. And I think it's only appropriate with the message that I've learned that sort of contradicts some of the stuff my parents say, that I offer up something that's kind of hard for me to accept, but I think I accept it now that my parents have always taught me, and that's to show your teeth when you smile. Of course, I don't know when I stopped doing this, but there was a transition period from middle school to high school. I just stopped smiling with my teeth. Maybe I was self-conscious, but I don't really know. Soft smiles. But the whole thing of showing your teeth when you smile or just being happy has much more value. Of course, I guess people do look good when they smile with their teeth, but also it's about glowing and smiling all the time and being happy, because oftentimes when we are happy, we can impart that on others and they are then happy. And I think part of the reason people just like each other in general is because we make each other happy. And so I guess in college, I don't want to lose a smile, and I want to always be happy and love my family and my friends.
Woohoo!
And now I have a lot of things. First, I want to thank my mom. She gave actually a really incredible speech. I was almost in tears, and I haven't cried in a very long time, so it's a huge deal. She's helped me more than I could ever imagine on almost everything that I've done. She's been there for me for science fair, social studies fair. You've heard all those I know it's flex, right? But all those awards. My mom is if it wasn't for her, I couldn't do even half the things that I've done. She's really pushed me and given me, and now I'm more independent. Now I do it myself, but if it wasn't for her at first, I would have never been anything today, nothing at all. So I would like to thank my mom for all of that. Next, I would like to thank my dad. My dad has played an equal role to my mom. While my mom's more focused on studying, my dad is a lot more relaxed. I often go to him when I want to do things. But he, especially with Boy Scouts, so I don't know if you know, but Boy Scouts, like, you like transition from Cub Scouts to Boy Scouts. And Cub Scouts is like, that's when you make all the friends, you know, like 1st or 5th grade, parents are there. Boy Scouts, your parents don't really come. But I never went to Cub Scouts. So it was really scary for me coming in as a 5th grader to Boy Scouts. I didn't have any friends. I didn't know how to like even set up my tent. All the kids were way up advanced for me. Like I was lowest on the rank. And so my dad actually came. He was an assistant scoutmaster. He spent all his time with our troop, and he let me learn all the skills. He taught me he helped me set up my tent on my first camp out, and he's been there for me just like he was in Boy Scouts throughout all the phases of my life. Oftentimes when I'm studying alone or when I'm just up at night, he'll give me company. He'll like always fall asleep, like with his PMP book, but he does a lot these days. But even though he's asleep, I know he's there for me, right next to me. And with that, I would like to go ahead and thank Vinod. Vinod, over here. I do have a lot of fun with him. I feel like I wish I could have been more involved with his activities in life, because I've realized that oftentimes, in America at least, we're much more focused on ourselves, and I think I specifically have been focused on myself and my work and what I do. But every time and moment I get to spend with Vinod, I cherish it, because he's like really a brother. He's been there all the time for me. We always have fun. We play like Smash Bros, chess. We always like hit each other up, you know? Even though when we fight a lot, but it's always fun at the end, right? So next I'd like to thank my grandparents. There's, on my mom's side, we have Tatya, Amama, and then my dad's side is Amo. So Tatya and Amama, I get an email from Tatya every day. Every single day. It has cool messages, embarrassing pictures, and you know, Kasani.org. That was So he's really founded like my love for technology or whatever. Like he came, Tatya is like, he's an incredible person. He migrated here from India when my uncle came. And from there he went to college again, so he's a teacher in India. He then went to college when he was 60, learned like a bunch of CS courses, and then built our family website. And he's like so active in politics too. Like he goes to all the Democrats rallies and everything. He like takes a lot of, he's like pretty up there nowadays. But what amazes me most about him is he's so active. Like every day he goes to his office, which is really like the McDonald's that's like a mile away from our house, and he reads up on the newspapers. He knows so much about current day events, and he's really woke. He's got it down. I love Amma. Amma is like kind of like my second mother. She's like, whenever she's in the house, she always like makes me snacks, maraku, like all these really good Indian snacks when I come home. And she's always been there for me just as like a caring figure. It's a really good deal. And Amma is very similar. Well, I'm kind of sad that I haven't seen Amma in such a long time because my dad's family is mostly located in India. In the times that I've met her, she's really funny and great to be around. She's always really light, and she makes serious things just really funny, and it's great. Cooks a lot of good food, great all around too. With that, I'd like to start thanking some of my more extended family. Anupini, there she is right there. Our family of Srinath Shinana and Prabhat. Srinath Shinana is in India, by the way. That's why he's not here. But they've both been incredible in my growth and development. Anupini's at least always told me she lives in like this really nice home, and they like made a room for me and everything, and they have like a pool. They're like, this is your second home. You can come, stay, study, whatever you want. And Anupini's like truly been one of the most generous people that I've known, and how much she's given me. And I'm just amazed that I can have someone that caring in my family. Next, I'd like to thank Mamaya's family. So that's my Mamaya, that's Rani, Auntie, and Pragati. Mamaya's like, I've honestly thought he's like a genius. Like there's no way, I haven't seen anyone that smart. He's helped me throughout so many just like tech applications, just like looking at over my stuff, just giving me hints on like what to do next. Like he has all the answers. And I think that's super incredible. Rani, Auntie, and Pragati are very caring, and whenever they come over, it's always a blast. And I'd like to give a big thanks to Paresh Uncle's family. So I know you know I do like research, that wouldn't ever happen if it wasn't for a Paresh uncle. He's actually in the back. He let me stay. He let me come over, stay in his house, loiter there for like 4 or 5 weeks. He gave me food, he gave me an amazing research opportunity, and I didn't do anything for him. and it's just like, I don't understand how like these great people just keep falling in my lives, because I don't think, honestly, I don't know if I could do that for someone. That's so, like, all the stuff he's done is so incredible that I thought like no one was that nice. And I just really like to thank his family, Anandi, Auntie, Priya, Gautam. Priya and Gautam are like another set of brothers and sisters to me. I've stayed with them so long. Yeah, fighting too, but we all just have a great time. And most of all, Dr. Ray, who is really smart, really a genius, and he's given me this great, amazing opportunity to continue researching. Next, I'd like to thank all the IISC families. So Vikram uncle, Shaila Janti, Adi Nantu, I kind of stayed over with them. Like, I moved from Canada to Decatur, and so I grew up with Adi Nantu. They were my best friends growing up. So we've like known each other really well. We always go on trips together. Shrieker too has now joined our group, so it's really fun. And Vikram uncle and Shaila Janti, I've known them for so long. It's so hard to think of how my life's gonna be without them. Same with Manish uncle's family. Shreya has always been there growing up, and well, like, back then they were like Trey head cooties, so we couldn't talk to her. But now we're like all good and like, normal. Manish uncle's family's played like a really incremental role, I think, in encouraging me. They've always been there for my scouting events, buddies for seniors, and so many other things. And of course, like Rama's family, Abi and his family. I've actually kind of looked up to Abi. He just graduated from Wharton, so pretty smart guy, and he's kind of been like my silent role model, because I think he really takes the challenges that immigrants face and just puts them to the next level and works his butt off. So, and I'd like to thank all the other IISC family and friends that I come here. And lastly, I just want to thank like the great group of friends that have sat through this entire presentation, and I feel like kind of enjoyed it, maybe not, but I know this is way different from any other grad party that you've been to. But I'd really thank you for staying with me through this. I couldn't have asked for a better group of friends. It's actually so incredible that all of you are here, and the people that aren't here, shame on them, they should have come.
Yes, Vikram!
Thank you for coming.
So now we're gonna go to lunch. Yay! What was all the